Salute omnes! This is I'm Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek. When we last left our heroes, we were had just beaten 1-3 in Donkey Kong Country 3. And we're ready to move on to 1-4, Skitters Row. That alligator thing is Crimp. And this is the Skidda of Skitters Row. He's no harder to beat than Cobble, the green gremlin back in Lakeside Limbo. The problem is, case in point, that he's so often placed on slopes, particularly slippery slopes. He only ever appears in snowy stages, so... easy enemy to beat, but he can be placed in tricky locations. I bet that snow is on layer 3. There's a bonus barrel up there. And we're just finding the coin, not bashing the baddies, but it's easy enough to bash all the baddies anyway. This is also the first appearance of those little red ladybug guys. I think they're called knickknacks. I don't know. If they are, that's a dumb name, but... something. Often it's easier to roll those guys, the Skiddas, rather than jumping on them, because of them being on slopes. And that's it for Skitters Row. Murky Mill. 1-5. It's similar to Doorstop Dash, but somewhat darker. I think there's a warp barrel in that top corner there that warps you to the end of the stage. But we don't want to do that. We'd miss all the fun, wouldn't we? You will be transformed into Ellie for almost the entirety of this stage. And, as we shall soon see, this one has an unusual gimmick to it. See those lights? See those rats? Well, if Ellie sees one of the rats, when the rat is in the light, she freaks out. Elephants are scared of mice, or at least they're supposed to be. They're not really, as far as I know. But, yeah, you'll be doing this through the entire stage. Although if you can jump on the rats when they're not in the light, you can actually prevent Ellie from being scared. Halfway point already. This stage isn't nearly as long as Doorstop Dash, but I have to admit it probably is more difficult. Speedrun. If you miss one of those guys and the barrel rolls away, then it costs you quite a bit of time. And we could do this the normal way by ricocheting the barrel off the wall, but we can also do this. That's another thing Ellie can do. She can suck barrels toward her with her trunk, which will only really be useful in 2 places in this stage, and one of them's optional, but it's kinda cool. There's another thing she can do with that trunk, but we won't find that out until later. Here's one of the barrels that you'd want to suck. Ah, Ellie, you really suck, you know that? That one you have to suck, because you can't reach it otherwise. Unlike Rambi, Ellie cannot jump on the bees. bonus can actually be fairly tricky if you're not careful. What I tried to do is jump right into the middle of the circles that the bees are moving in. That seems to work well. That was dumb. I don't know what I was doing there. Yeah, you can jump on that first red because he's out of the light. As long as I time it right, I can jump on both of them. So yeah, Murky Mill is kind of a short stage. At least compared to Doorstop Dash. Now let's take a side trip to Slinky Sideshow. Well, would you believe it? Hello, Dixie. Welcome along to my all-new bonus tent. My show's on the road and it's in every land. The cost of this game, 2 coins in the hand. There's some great prizes on offer today, so come on in and choose to play. Just do that and you're away. So come on, Dixie, and have a go. You could well win, you never know. Okay, Dixie, it's your choice today. Which game would you like to play? Race to 25 is probably the easiest. Today's round is a special thrown game where the winner is the first to throw 25.
So you've reached the bonus game then, have you? It's not a simple game of questions and answers this time, though. Now you gotta beat yours truly if you want to win any prizes.
So basically, you press A to throw little metal balls at these crocodile targets that pop up. And in this particular version of the game, the first person to 25 wins. But if the time runs out and neither of us has 25, either me or Cranky, and whoever got the most points just wins. I think you get better prizes if you actually make it to 25. I don't know if you get anything extra for not missing. Oh, I cannot believe I got those last 2. I don't think you get anything extra for hitting the bullseye either. That's the first time that's ever happened simultaneously.
Did you see my last shot? It went clean through the target. Honest!
Like, the timer ran out at the same time I got 25. That's one of the best performances I've seen in a long, long time. Oh yeah? Then why don't you give me more bananas, you cheapskate? That's one thing. Admittedly, the bonus game in this, and Donkey Kong Country 3 is probably more fun than the one in 2, but man, the prizes, the most you can get, that was the highest prize I got right there, 4 bear coins and 4 bunches of bananas. So, if you're trying to get lies through Slinky Sideshow, don't, it'll take forever. Belcha's barn, the boss. Belcha lives in a mill, that mill is red. Belcha is a giant barrel that spits little barrels that contain bugs that you have to throw into his mouth to make him burp. I'm not kidding. You have to make him burp himself off the edge. And actually, yeah, that was 2. That's the minimum number of bugs you need to get him to burp himself off the edge. It's actually not as easy to throw the bugs into his mouth as you might think, because it has kind of a small hitbox and it's at kind of an awkward height. But that's World 1 clear anyway. But let's take a little side trip to Bounty Beach, where we'll find another banana bird to rescue. Back to Funky's rental so we can get out. Hey, hey, Funky's in the zone. Cash is not a problem, Kongs, 'cause my boats you can loan. Bust a move, got a groove. Bazar's General Store. Another thing, and hello there, young Kongs. My name's Bazar, and this is my general store. All of my brothers are scattered over these islands. pop in and say hello if you meet them on your travels. So then where's this shell from? This shell was found at the bottom of Lake Orangatanga and is pretty rare. At 5 bear coins, it's a bargain. Would you like to purchase this fine specimen? Indeed I shall. Catch you later, Kongs. I'm open 24 hours, you know. That was Bazar, one of the brothers Bear. Another thing that only appeared in Donkey Kong Country 3. Or another aspect of the game. It only showed up in this one. And now that we've finished off World 1, let's just save it and stop here.
I love this bird you found. It's an energetic little thing, isn't it?
Indeed it is, Wrinkly, indeed it is. So that about does it for this video. I'll see you next time in part 3.